was discussed both at a committee level and at the board, and ultimately the league office was tasked by our board with doing an in-depth.
Something huge just went down in the WNBA, and it involves Caitlin Clark, Commissioner Adam Silver, and a decision that has front offices completely shaken. After the newest development tied to Clark and the New York Liberty, Silver finally broke his silence and made his stance crystal clear. So what really happened here, and why is this single ruling sending shockwaves through the entire league? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why nothing in women's basketball will look the same again. For years, the WNBA moved at its own slow, careful pace. Rules were rigid. Growth was cautious. Then everything flipped. One man behind the curtain was quietly building toward a much bigger plan. And while fans were busy tracking box scores and shooting splits, Adam Silver was rewriting the entire rulebook. His latest call regarding Caitlin Clark has left team executives scrambling, and honestly, nobody saw it coming. Silver made a choice that changed the league's whole identity. Instead of treating the WNBA as some side project tucked under the NBA's shadow, he started treating it like the future of the entire basketball business. And this wasn't just about selling more jerseys or boosting ticket sales. The impact runs way deeper than that. The way the league is run has been flipped upside down, and not everybody is happy about it. To longtime players who spent decades building this league brick by brick, the sudden shift in priorities feels like a punch to the gut. But when you look at the numbers, Silver's logic is hard to argue with. He realized early on that the Caitlin Clark wave wasn't some short-lived trend. This was a billion-dollar opportunity, and it needed serious protection. So this wasn't a friendly suggestion to the league's leadership. It was a directive. It touched everything. How games get officiated, how they get marketed, even how teams travel. Silver picked business growth over old-school tradition, and now every other player in the league has to figure out where they fit in this new world. Everyone expected Clark to face a normal rookie learning curve. Nobody expected the level of hostility that followed her onto every single court. What should have been simple, welcome to the league, moments started looking more like targeted hits. Hard shoulder checks. Fouls that looked like they belonged on a football field, not a basketball court. And that's when the league office stepped in with a decision that would shape the sport for the next decade. Reports say Silver watched his biggest draw get knocked around game after game and decided the old, let them play approach was bad for business. So he shut it down. Any veteran caught trying to physically punish the rookie sensation got flagged instantly. A lot of players felt like the rulebook was being rewritten on the fly just to shield one person, and that created real tension in locker rooms across the league. But then you look at the ratings. Clark's games are pulling in 10 times the viewers of a normal matchup. The league simply cannot risk their franchise player getting hurt and sitting on the bench. This protective shift also sped everything up. The game today is faster, higher scoring, and built around the perimeter, basically mirroring the exact style Silver has been pushing in the NBA for years. Tension hit its peak during Olympic team selection, a moment plenty of fans still haven't forgiven the league for. On the surface, it looked like a basketball decision, with more experienced players ranked ahead of her. But insiders are pointing to a colder, more calculated reason behind her exclusion. Word is the league office, guided heavily by NBA advisors, actually wanted her kept stateside. Why would anyone want their biggest star missing from the world stage? The answer is simple: control and fatigue management. Keeping her in the U.S. let the league fully manage her workload and story, making sure she wouldn't burn out before the most profitable stretch of the season. It was a calculated gamble that put league profits ahead of her personal growth on the global stage, and it stunned fans because it proved the decision-makers weren't focused on her development. They wanted to squeeze every ounce of value from her image for the league's massive new TV deal. Fans felt betrayed in the moment, but business-wise, it worked. She came back refreshed, more driven, and kept smashing viewership records. Speaking of that TV deal, the new $2 billion contract has completely rewritten the power balance between the NBA and WNBA. For years, this league was seen as something that needed financial help just to stay afloat. But thanks to the Clark effect, Silver used her rookie numbers as leverage in talks with Disney, NBC, and Amazon. Here's the harsh part though. This move pushed the WNBA's own internal leadership into a backseat role. Silver took charge, essentially announcing that the WNBA is now a key piece of the NBA's global media strategy. That means better production, more national broadcasts, and a total departure from the league's old underdog image. The NBA's business machine is now watching every move. Every technical foul, every heated tweet, every locker room disagreement now gets handled like it's a LeBron or Steph Curry storyline. The league has stepped onto a much bigger stage, and Silver has made it clear: adapt to the new standard or get left behind. One of the most visible changes was the sudden switch to charter flights across the league. For years, players dealt with cramped economy seats, long security lines, and delayed connections, with the league always pointing to cost as the excuse. But once security concerns around Clark's massive crowd started making headlines constantly, Silver and the board flipped the script overnight. Tens of millions of dollars got approved for private travel, forcing every team to upgrade fast. Great news for player safety, sure, but brutal for smaller market teams who weren't financially prepared for that jump in overhead. This wasn't just about comfort. It was a message. Silver was telling the world the WNBA isn't a second-tier product anymore, and if it wants to be treated like a global brand, it has to look like one, even if that means spending money before it's fully earned. Bold move, and a risky one, but very on-brand for Silver. Then there's the expansion, and this might be the most debated part of the whole shakeup. Silver doesn't just want the league to grow steadily. He wants it doubled, fast. New franchises are landing in Portland, Toronto, and Golden State, and a lot of people worry this pace will water down the talent pool. For current players, that means rosters could get picked apart in expansion drafts, throwing off the competitive balance they've built. This rapid growth ties directly to cashing in on the Clark wave while it's red hot. More markets, more games, more jerseys, more everything. The slow and steady expansion plan got tossed the moment her jersey became the best-selling item in all of professional sports. Now current players are stuck watching business move faster than their own union can keep up, and there's real anxiety about what the next collective bargaining agreement is even going to look like. There's also a shift happening in how the league handles rivalry storylines. The WNBA used to sell togetherness and sisterhood. Silver's team figured out that drama sells better. Leaning into the competitive tension between Clark and other breakout rookies like Angel Reese marks a huge departure from how this league used to market itself. Now, instead of downplaying rivalries, the league is amplifying them to drive social media buzz and ticket sales. That's caused real friction inside the league, with some players feeling like they're being cast as the villain just to build up one rising star's hero arc. But you can't argue with results. This conflict-driven marketing strategy is delivering engagement numbers nobody predicted even 2 years ago. As this wave of decisions settles, one thing is obvious. The WNBA isn't treating itself like a developing project anymore. The old idea of paying your dues has been replaced by pure market value. In a single season, Silver has pushed this league forward by what feels like 10 years. Yes, there's growing pain, but the upside is massive too. Every call made regarding Clark right now is basically shaping the entire future of the sport. There's no going back from here. Whether you love this new direction or miss the tighter-knit league from before, these tough calls are setting the league up for a level of cultural weight that could eventually rival the NBA itself. And this whole journey kicked off the moment Silver decided to protect his most valuable asset, no matter the cost. Players might be frustrated. The league might still be adjusting. But eyeballs are on this product like never before, and at the end of the day, that's the only stat that really matters in professional sports. These choices are going to echo for years, especially as the next wave of young players start seeing the WNBA as a real, high-paying career path instead of a long shot. The gap between the newer generation and the veterans isn't closing anytime soon. If anything, as the stakes climb higher, expect the league's decisions to get even more aggressive. Silver has already placed his bets, and now everyone in this sport has to play the hand they've been dealt. Whether the league can hold on to its roots while chasing this kind of massive growth, that's still an open question. But here's what we do know for sure. The WNBA from just a year ago is gone. In its place is a faster, louder, far more profitable version of the game, and honestly, it's just getting started. How far is Silver willing to go to keep this Clark-fueled boom alive? Because the moves rocking the league today might just be the opening chapter of a much bigger shift set to reshape women's sports worldwide. The officiating change alone sparked outrage inside locker rooms. Picture playing physical, hard-nosed basketball for a decade, then getting told overnight that even light contact on the rookie gets whistled. Silver's message was blunt: protect the shooter, she's the reason this business is booming. But it wasn't only about her. League executives concluded that casual fans don't tune in for wrestling matches. They tune in for fast breaks and logo threes. By tightening the whistle, Silver basically forced the WNBA to adopt the NBA's offense-first mindset. Coaches who built entire game plans around physical defense called the move brutal, having to scrap years of strategy in a matter of weeks. And the rollout was just as fast as the rule change itself. Referees who embraced the new open, high-scoring style got moved into prime broadcast games, while refs who resisted faced intense scrutiny. That created real paranoia among players, many of whom felt they couldn't even guard Clark without drawing a whistle, leading to accusations that the league was rigging things for its new star. But from the league's perspective, this was necessary evolution. You don't want a player who can pull up from 30 feet getting held and grabbed for 40 minutes straight. You want her free to create the highlight plays that go viral. Silver knows exactly what he's doing here. He's aware that every jaw-dropping shot from Clark adds real dollar value to the league. The cost of that growth, though, is that the league's defensive specialists now feel like relics from a different era. Leaked internal memos reportedly show the league prioritizing entertainment value over old-school physical basketball, something many longtime fans see as a betrayal of what the WNBA always stood for: grit, toughness, earning every single point. To some, it now feels more like a scripted show built around one central star. But newer fans watching for the first time don't care about the history. They care about the show, and Silver is making absolutely sure that show is polished and thrilling every night. This new reality has top defenders genuinely on edge. They know a hard foul on Clark isn't just going to cost a free throw anymore. It's going to make them the villain in a media storm for a week straight. That psychological pressure is doing just as much work as the actual rule changes. The league is using this kind of quiet influence to reshape the product without officially rewriting a single rule, essentially making it understood that certain stars are untouchable. In the NBA, that took decades to build, spanning the Jordan and LeBron eras. In the WNBA, it's happening inside one single season. The whole system is scrambling to catch up, with teams having to rethink their entire defensive strategy. Do you keep playing hard-nosed defense, or do you just try to outscore everyone instead? More and more, teams are choosing the second option, because that's exactly what broadcast partners asked for, and Silver delivered it. The financial ripple effects here are massive. As revenue keeps climbing, the salary cap is going to climb right along with it. Players complaining today could be signing 8-figure contracts within 5 years. But right now, this transition is uncomfortable, especially for veterans who feel like they're being pushed aside for a new era they didn't ask for. And the league office hasn't exactly been gentle about the transition either. Clear lines have been drawn. You either get on board with the new vision, or you get left behind. That's a real culture shift for a league that used to run on close collaboration between players and front offices. Now it's corporate urgency calling the shots, driven by a sense that this window of opportunity is too valuable to waste on sentiment. That's really what makes the whole Clark situation so significant. It marks the moment the WNBA stopped being a small, player-driven league and became a legitimate global media powerhouse. This shift is being felt everywhere in the basketball world. International talent is now looking at the WNBA as a real destination, wanting to be part of this Clark-driven boom, and overseas leagues are watching closely too. Meanwhile, Clark herself is under enormous pressure. She's not just a player anymore. She's an entire business ecosystem. Every decision made about her gets picked apart for bias, and every move she makes on the court gets analyzed under a microscope. But Silver isn't backing down. He knows history will judge this era by how much the league grew, not by how many feelings got hurt along the way. At the end of the day, professional sports run on business first and competition second, and that's exactly how the WNBA is being managed right now for the first time in its history. It took one rookie out of Iowa and one calculated commissioner to turn this into reality, and the road ahead looks brighter than anyone could have imagined a few years back. The game is faster, the stakes are higher, and even though getting here meant shaking the sport to its core, the biggest question is still ahead of us. When the next superstar arrives, will the league protect them the same way, or was this whole playbook built specifically for Clark? Nobody knows yet, and every rival franchise is watching closely to find out. One thing's for certain though, the WNBA isn't chasing anymore. It's setting the pace for everyone else to follow. If this breakdown opened your eyes to what's really going on behind the scenes in the WNBA, don't scroll past it, share it with someone who needs to see it, drop your take in the comments, and hit that follow button so you don't miss the next update the moment this story develops further. This is only the beginning.